Are you a fan of hearing your heartbeat in your head? Does the sound of bungee jumping or Arctic diving with whales and sharks excite you? Come with us to the top adventure destinations that'll leave you breathless. Let's start our video with an African gem, Zambia. Boasting an unmatched range of wildlife and wilderness, Zambia offers an authentic African experience to all adventurers. The country boasts an incredible range of game reserves and national parks that offer guided game dives, bushwalks, and river safaris to get up close and personal with wildlife. South Luangwa, Kafue, and Lower Zambezi are some of the most popular game reserves and parks where you can spot animals like elephants, lions, and leopards. Following as a border between Zambia and Zimbabwe, the Zambezi River is perhaps the most exciting destination of all. The river has some of the world's most dangerous rapids, adding to the fun and thrill. Tourists can bungee jump from the wooden bridge above to drop 50 meters into the gorge at a speed of 95 miles per hour. If that sounds like your idea of a perfect adventure vacation, Victoria Falls is the perfect spot to be at. This waterfall destination is a favorite among adrenaline junkies, offering activities like whitewater rafting, bungee jumping, zip lining, and gorge swinging. New Zealand. New Zealand is officially named the adventure capital of the world for all the right reasons. No matter what your idea of adventure might be, New Zealand will cater to it. This country has unspoiled wilderness, friendly locals, and natural extremes. For those who love hiking, New Zealand offers some of the most breathtaking hiking trails in the world. The Tongariro Crossing and the Milford Track are just a couple of the examples of the many trails that will challenge your endurance and offer unforgettable views. The country is renowned for its bungee jumping and offers some of the highest jumps in the world, like the Nevis Bungee and the Auckland Sky Tower. But that's not all. You can also try skydiving, ziplining, and canyoning, all of which give you a rush like no other. If you want to turn it up a few notches, it's time to enjoy some whitewater rafting in Class 5 rapids through glacial waters through one of New Zealand's glaciers. South Africa. Have you ever dreamt of swimming with the sharks without being torn apart? Or you're looking for the world's highest bungee jumping platform to test your nerves? From soaring mountains to vast savannas, South Africa is a land of diverse natural beauty and thrilling experiences. The country is home to some of the best surfing hotspots and coastlines for the ultimate water adventure. While you might imagine safaris bringing you closer to cheetahs, vultures, and lions, South Africa gets much more daunting than that. Try your hand at shark cage diving. This thrilling experience allows you to get up close and personal with some of the ocean's most fearsome predators, including great white sharks. The best place to experience this adventure is Gansbaai, a small town located about 2 hours' drive from Cape Town. Perhaps you can try the bungee jump from Blockrands Ridge, marking a drop of 216 meters. This bridge is the highest commercial bungee jump in the world. You'll notice even the bravest of adventurers back out of the bungee jump when they see the drop to the Blockrands River Valley and the Tsitsikamma Mountains. Nepal. If South Africa's bungee jump felt like too much, perhaps you can head to South Asia for an adventure. Famously known to adventurers as a way to trek Mount Everest, Nepal is a challenging country that makes it worth the adventure. With steep and jagged mountains towering as a dramatic backdrop to raging rivers, Nepal features some of the most extreme landscapes in the world. Pokhara is known as the adventure capital of Nepal, boasting one of the best paragliding sites in the world. On the 30-minute flight, tourists can enjoy extravagant views of the Annapurna mountain range and the Pua Lake. Near Pokhara is a 160-meter-high suspension bridge over the raging Botakoshi River, famous for being the second highest bungee jump destination. Tourists who'd rather stay in a water element than the air can rush down to the raging Botakoshi River and go whitewater rafting. This activity is definitely for experts with high endurance and skill, because Nepal's rafting hotspot is quite a feat to accomplish. Nepal's rugged terrain and stunning mountain scenery also make it a perfect destination for mountain biking. The trails around the Annapurna Circuit and the Kathmandu Valley offer challenging rides that take you through remote villages and beautiful landscapes. Last but not least, tourists can trek to the top of Mount Everest. The trek to Mount Everest Base Camp is one of the most popular adventures in Nepal, gathering around 800 of the most courageous adventurers. The trek takes you through stunning mountain scenery and remote villages and to the base camp of the world's highest mountain. The trek is physically challenging, but the reward of standing at the foot of Mount Everest is unparalleled. Tanzania. Situated in Africa as the 31st largest country in the world, Tanzania is an unparalleled safari destination that features exquisite wildlife and protected habitats. A game drive through the Serengeti will bring you up close to lions, leopards, elephants, rhinos, and even buffalo. Besides safaris, Tanzania offers a plethora of exciting activities for adventure enthusiasts. Camping in the heart of a game reserve and witnessing Jane Goodall's chimpanzees in the Gombe forest on Lake Tanganyika are unique experiences that will bring you close to nature's extremes. The best way to explore Tanzania is via cycles, enabling tourists to interact with locals and enjoy the breathtaking landscapes. If you'd instead enjoy a tropical getaway, retreat to Zanzibar. Here you can enjoy scuba diving, snorkeling, sailing trips, and the laid-back beach lifestyle. However, the ultimate adventure in Tanzania is to climb to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak. Called the Root of Africa, it's an achievement of a lifetime to climb the summit. Greenland. Perhaps the exact opposite of its name, Greenland is man's last frontier to the Arctic world. With over 80% of the land being ice, the island is home to some of the world's most stunning and untouched natural landscapes, including towering glaciers, icy fjords, and vast expanses of the Arctic wilderness. Greenland's ice cap is one of the most remote and least explored places on Earth. Trekking across this vast and frozen landscape is a challenging yet exhilarating adventure. You'll need to be prepared for extreme cold and weather conditions because only the most fearless of trekkers can achieve this feat. If that sounds insanely awesome, you should know that these treks are so isolated that tourists can only be dropped off via helicopters into uncharted territory. Paddle through the calm waters of Greenland's fjords, taking in the stunning scenery and wildlife like whales and seals. Or you can head to the powdery snow hills to ski in some of the world's most untouched ski bases. But perhaps the best of Greenland's adventures is its Arctic circle diving. Cutting through the frozen layers of the Arctic Sea, tourists can brave the freezing waters of the Arctic Circle and go diving among icebergs and sea creatures. You can also kayak through fjords and inlets, setting base at remote beaches under the Arctic sun. Galapagos Islands. Located 620 miles off the coast of Ecuador on the Pacific Ocean, the Galapagos Islands is a stunning archipelago. They're volcanic in origin and consist of 18 main islands and numerous smaller islets and rocks. With pristine beaches, craters, and active volcanoes, these islands are nothing short of a thrill-seeker's paradise. The Galapagos Islands are home to one of the largest populations of hammerhead sharks in the world. With guides, you can swim with the creatures without any protective cages. The islands also boast a large number of sea lions, allowing you to snorkel and play with these curious beings while enjoying the coral reefs underneath. In addition, tourists can hike up Sierra Negra volcano on Isabella Island. At a height of roughly 1,500 meters, the active volcanic crater creates a tough hike with a worthy view of your surroundings. In fact, you might witness steam rising from fumaroles and hot springs along with lava flows in the region. As you come down from the crater, kayak through mangrove forests, spotting unique wildlife, including marine iguanas, blue-footed boobies, and pelicans. Norway. If there's any place that'll get your blood hot and your heart racing, it's Norway. Featuring rugged landscapes, icy fjords, and natural phenomena, Norway is the perfect destination for an Arctic adventure. Situated in the Tromsdalen Valley, the Troll Wall is a vertical rock face that rises over 3,000 feet above the valley floor. Reaching the destination itself takes a roughly 12-hour trek. It's considered one of the most challenging and dangerous climbs in Europe due to the rugged terrain and extreme conditions, but for experienced climbers, it's an adventure of a lifetime. If you time your visits around summer, you may get the chance to go skiing or dog sledding during the midnight sun. Norway is known for its long summer days, which means you can ski in the midnight sun in some of the country's most beautiful and remote locations. If you can't manage to catch the midnight sun, you can aim to do so under the northern lights. Take a high-speed rib boat ride through the narrow fjords of Norway for an adrenaline-filled adventure. You'll get up close and personal with towering cliffs, waterfalls, and even wildlife like seals and porpoises. For tourists seeking an extreme adrenaline rush, skydiving over the Norwegian fjords is an adventure worth having. With breathtaking views of the mountains, waterfalls, and blue waters below, you'll feel like you're flying. Norway is the top destination to engage in base jumping, so head on over to Kurag or Trolltunga for some unforgettable base jumping.